So hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, I'm wearing the same outfit as I wore in the last video because it is the same fucking day. So I didn't put up a little chat video for last week's episode. I actually took last week off doing videos except for the fear reaction. I didn't record any Patreon videos, I didn't do anything. Actually, I spent all of the week binge watching Supernatural with my mother. I got her hooked on the show. I've already seen it, which I have said before, I'm pretty sure. But I've already seen Supernatural. It was like my favourite show growing up. But she hasn't. So I kind of eased her in. And we averaged at a season every 2 days. We watched one season every 2 days. So like we are powering through. I think we're mid-season 13 at the moment, I think. So like she's in for a wild ride. But yeah, so like last week I didn't do the review chat video, but I thought that I would just combine the two for this week. Yeah. So, alright. Last week's episode was, it ended, with June killing Virginia. Now, that got some people kind of heated because you had some people saying, well, she wasn't the one that should have been killed because Dakota's the one that killed John. But at the same time, you had people saying, well, you know, she kind of did fucked up things in her past and she's got fucked upness going on around her. So, like, she had it coming. I feel good that June got some sort of closure. June got some sort of, well, you know, I got my own back kind of deal. The only thing that kind of worries me is, will that be enough for her? Will she get, like, set off or triggered when she sees Dakota around? I think she will, personally. I mean, we saw her at the end of this week's episode, the most recent episode where she was talking to Daniel. She seemed to be okay. She seemed to be doing okay and coping well, but people are very good at hiding how they're really feeling behind it all. So, like, who fucking knows? But like with the Maggie situation, when Maggie let Negan live, do you remember when Negan was begging for death and Maggie was like, haha, no, suffer, bitch. And now you have Maggie back re-hating Negan and she wants him dead again. I'm worried that might become a thing with June and Dakota. That being said, Dakota is a kid and I think June can rationalise, well, look, she's just a child. We saw the situation happen with Charlie. You know, maybe she'll let her off. She'll let her off the hook. My problem with that is, now, right, I love a good character development. I love a good old switcheroo where you start hating someone, you end up loving them, or vice versa. But like we saw this with Charlie, it's just too similar to Charlie's. What is my hair doing? Dakota, the kid. If she ends up like becoming one of us, and we did see it at the end of this week's episode, where like she was useful, she helped out to tell us where we need to go next. I don't know. You know, are we really going to see that again with another character? We're going to have another kid kill a fan favourite and then go on to become part of our group because like growth and development and shit. And I guess that does kind of lead back to the nature versus nurture argument because like, you know, both kids, they came from super stressful, really bad, not great backgrounds and upbringings, which kind of led them to being the little psychos that they were. And then that they were taken in by our group and like taught better, that they can like grow and mature and change. And I'm like, yes, but at the same time we saw that with Charlie. I feel like it would be a repeat of a storyline. Now I do know, as pissed as I am that John was killed off, apparently Garrett was like, he was cool with John being killed off. He wanted to go and like pursue other jobs or whatever. And I'm like, that's cool, that's fine. Every actor is like, you know, it's their job. If they want to move on to different things, they should be allowed to. But at the same time, it breaks my little dead fucking heart. So yeah, I feel like there was a little bit of closure with last week's episode, but it really got people split and divided. Oh my god, you had people saying that June had no right to do what she did, and then you had people saying that June didn't do enough. And I was like, wow, okay, this really has people heated. This week's episode was kind of like equally as crazy, but I feel like it was a nice change of pace from the last two that we've seen. Focusing in and zoning in on Daniel, and the way that it was shot and the way it was done was really odd and really different. The way you kind of had the constant flashes to him in the cell, like that Big Brother style where he's like, hello, you know, welcome to my tape. This is the shit that went down. Now I'm here. I feel bad for him and what he's going through, but I'm still, I don't know, am I just fucking dumb? Is it early in the morning and I'm just like not processing right? But what actually happened to him? Like, did June say it was some kind of weird stress response or something? I thought it could have been maybe early onset dementia or Alzheimer's, because that's what it seemed like to me. He's being forgetful, he's confused, he's a bit dazed, he's doing things that he can't remember having done, having conversations with people he can't recall. But June was like, no, it's fine, it's just like a stress thing. And I'm like, how the fuck do you even know that? Okay. The moment between June and Morgan was nice, where they were both in the doorway and there was like the little civil conversation. It was brief, but at least there's no like super bad feelings being harboured there. I do stand by what I said in the reaction though. How is she the only fucking doctor or nurse or like medical human? Does nobody else know anything about a thing? Like when Grace was having pregnant belly cramps, they were like, oh, we'll have to get June, but it could take a day. It's like, out of all the people we've seen in this episode, and there was a lot of people around, I counted at least 15. Nobody else can do anything medical. June didn't teach anybody. Didn't she mention a hospital back when she was with Virginia? Did she promise her a hospital? There was something involved in that. So there's no other medical people in our vicinity. Poor Grace and Charlie went off wandering the fucking forest in search of some mountain hill thing that Daniel told them to find, but he didn't technically because he wasn't aware he was telling them to find it or something. I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was good, and it was a nice setup and a good explanation as to why everyone is now split. I did like the callback that we had between Daniel and Strand, where we had that little powwow where Daniel popped out his cheek plate. I was not expecting that to come out of his mouth. And I feel like a little bit of closure as well for both of them happened here. The thing about this show is so much like craziness has happened in episodes and seasons gone by that when someone like tries to redeem themselves or when someone tries to do better, there's always going to be that pushback. There's always going to be people that are like, I'll never forgive them for what they did. And it's like, that's fair. You're entitled to your own opinion. But seeing Daniel and Strand stand in front of each other, where you have Daniel giving his big heartfelt explanation as to like what he's had to live with since being shot in the face. And then you have Strand then feeling it. You know, like season 1 Strand, would he have cared? Probably not. But seeing how much he cared, that he cared enough to follow Daniel and to be like, no, come with us. If you feel like you're a danger to yourself and to the people that you love, come with us. You can come stay like here. I don't know. I thought that was it was a lovely touch, and it was a lovely way of explaining where they've gone. You know, because if Daniel had fucked off by himself, God knows what would have happened. But now we've been introduced to some new bad guys, I think. Have we? The underground people that Dakota was talking about? Didn't she say someone went underground or some fuckery like that? I don't know. I liked the callback to earlier seasons that Daniel referenced, and it was nice hearing him talk about his family as well. It's like, listen, season 1 of Fear is probably up there with my favourite season from any show ever. I don't know what it was. I don't know, was it the time of my life I was in? I don't know, was it the memories I have connected with that? But season 1 of Fear is just absolutely it for me. So having them call back to that and kind of reference that, it's like a kick in the feelings, isn't it? It's you forget how long ago that shit was. That was like 5 or 6 years ago. Time is a fucking quantum blur. The fuck? But it was so nice getting to hear him kind of talk about that and throw back to that and give his reasoning as to why he moved to LA and then why he did what he did afterwards. It was just, I really, really did enjoy this one. And I liked that this episode, as like there was action. You had shit being blown up. You had guns being robbed. It was dramatic. But at the same time, I liked that it was more just kind of talky, you know, and verbal. I'm a sucker for some speech. So yeah, I'm excited to see what comes next. This is, the last few episodes they've been killing it. Let's just be honest, they have. So yeah, you guys, I'm still not over John's death. I'm still super salty about that, and probably always will be, because hello, he was my favourite character. I'm trying to be a grown-up bitch and put on my big girl pants. It's not working. But yeah, you guys, if you want to see more content from me, then the link to my Patreon is down below. I do reactions to a whole bunch of different shows. Currently, I think I just finished WandaVision reactions, and I'll be uploading reactions to The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I think today I'm about to finish recording. But I'm not going to start uploading them until I think... No, is it today? I'm starting to upload them. Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, no, it's next week. Okay, never mind, I can't count for shit. So from next week on, I will be uploading reactions to Falcon and the Winter Soldier, as well as ongoing reactions to like Sabrina, Doctor Who, American Horror Story, Shadowhunters, Daredevil the 100, Buffy, which is another very fun one that I've been enjoying an awful lot, The Punisher, Teen Wolf, all shit like that. There's also movie reactions going up weekly. I'm just about to finish up on my Star Wars reactions, which was a wild fucking ride, by the way. And then I'm going to start in on some of the Marvel movies, which I am super pumped for because they are just like ingrained in my childhood memories. So it's a fun old time over there. The link is down below if you guys are into checking that out. The link to my Twitter and my Instagram and anywhere you can find me is also down there if you want to say hello. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all soon. I'm very fidgety today. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm spinning around in this chair like I'm about to fucking take off.